Do you want to take a break from the typical busy cities that you have in the metropolis? Go and experience this wonderful scenic spot in one of the islands in the Philippines. Puerto Princesa, the bustling capital of Palawan, known as the gateway to paradise and one of the most popular destinations in the province. The city has been considered as a highly urbanized area and has a wealth of attractions and good food. Also, not to mention its outstanding cleanliness with friendly and welcoming locals. The city is rich in history, natural resources, biodiversity, and scenic spots. The city has been the heart of Palawan as it is the center of trade, commerce, service, and industry in the province. Having a geographical feature as an advantage, though it is surrounded by coasts on each side, is less susceptible to tsunamis. Also, the location rarely experiences storm surges since it is away from the typhoon belt of the Philippines. The city has been an awardee of the Hall of Fame, being the cleanest and greenest component city. Also, it has reached the status of highly urbanized city, and yet still has the most intact environment with 74% of the area covered by forest, since the city wants to have balance and harmony between humans and nature. It is truly laudable when Puerto Princesa is acknowledged as the first carbon-neutral city in Southeast Asia, wherein it absorbs more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere than it emits. It is also known as where nature begins and never ends, as the place is rich in secret tourist spots that are worth seeing and worth capturing. Very Instagrammable. If you're coming to Puerto Princesa, here are some of the most amazing places you should visit. The Puerto Princesa City Underground River, which is recognized as one of the new 7 wonders of nature and a World Heritage Site. Some of the endemic species of flora and fauna can be naturally found here, like the Palawan peacock pheasant, Palawan hornbill, talking myna, white-billed black woodpecker, the Palawan bearcat, and many more. If you want to see reptiles and crocodiles, go to the Palawan Wildlife Rescue and Conservation Center. This is the first crocodile rehabilitation and conservation facility. The place houses 2 species of crocodile, the saltwater crocodile, Crocodylus porosus, and the endemic to the Philippines, Crocodylus mindorensis. Also, the oldest existing penal colony is found here in the city. The Iwahig Prison and Penal Farm is the very first prison without bars in the country. A distinguishing feature of the city is that it has a full mountain to protect its forest and sea ecosystem. Also, not to mention, the spectacular nature and wildlife experience is being admired by both tourists and locals. Do you ever wonder how they sustain the city's admirable tourism? Puerto Princesa is the first in the Philippines to create the community-based sustainable tourism, or the CBST system, where the community directly manages, preserves, and benefits from its tourism sites and attractions. In addition, the city built a cruise ship port to accommodate more tourists. Since 2012, there have been 85 cruise ship arrivals carrying 60,689 passengers. During your Puerto Princesa journey, you will meet various ethno-linguistic groups, as the city is one of the melting pots of people with different cultures. This is because migrants from other Philippine provinces decided to move to this city and call it their home. You'll love being immersed in the city with the Puerto Princesans because they are full of pride in their natural heritage. They're also very warm and friendly, accommodating, approachable, and always smiling. That's why I want to encourage you to go to Puerto Princesa, because we want you to experience the city.